Hi, Gemini, and welcome to your monthly zodiac sign reading. This can also be for Gemini moon and Gemini rising. If you want to look at all of them for a bigger picture or overview, you can. If you find that maybe some of this doesn't resonate, you may find for your rising or moon sign that it will. I sometimes do that if I'm looking big picture. I want to kind of have a view coming in from everywhere, but it's totally up to you. Just know that for your rising sign, you do need an exact birth time. Okay, I've changed up the questions a little bit, Gemini, this month. So if you like it, please throw me a thumbs up, leave a comment, or if you preferred the other questions better, then please let me know that. But let's get right into this with what is the overall theme. All that glitters. And it's a 16 or a 7 with the Page of Pentacles. I love this as an overall theme because, you know, we all tend to get caught up in shiny things, okay, or what seems like the next best thing. What I want to say here, we know the saying, all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes things could be hidden behind a mask, okay? It's too good to be true. I think this is just a message that starting, if not already, there could be energy or situations coming in and around that's going to ask you to really trust your intuition here. To know that there could be more to the situation or person than what you see right away. It also could mean with the 7 choices, right? There's a lot of choices and they all may seem glittery and shiny, but not all of them. I don't want to necessarily say bad choices because I'm thinking of the 7 of Cups. Some just aren't as good as others, okay? But with it, we have the Page of Pentacles. So maybe they're asking you to take on that Page of Pentacles, which is, they love new things. They love new shiny things, okay? They love to manifest in new shiny things, okay? Because they're pentacles. They love, they're like Taurus and Libra, or sorry, Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. They love money. They love material possessions. But with the page, it's kind of having that childlike sense of wonder where you take that pentacle energy where you're going to question like, okay, I see this situation, but is this person as hardworking as I think, as they're letting on that they are? Are they as productive as they're telling me they are? Do they seem really responsible? Do they seem determined? I feel like those are the kind of questions this page is going to be asking, okay? Talk to me about what you've achieved in order, or however it will resonate with you, but that's kind of the idea I'm getting behind it, okay? What are you leaving behind? Gratitude. Well, never, of course. We know with these cards that isn't always what it means. But it says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. With the Queen of Wands, and she is just happy. I mean, look at her, right? The Queen of Wands is fiery and passionate and ambitious and confident and determined, okay? And that's exactly what this card shows, right? Like she is whooping it up here. So, what are you leaving behind? I think what you're leaving behind is the fact that you haven't been able to do that you haven't been able, for whatever reason, in your life for you, to show the gratitude, to be thankful, to just be thankful for life itself or for the things that you have or the opportunities that you're given. I feel that maybe for some of you, you take them for granted, not even meaning to. Some yes, some no. But you need to leave behind, I feel like, complacency when it comes to being thankful or having gratitude. Like, oh, well, that just happens. It is what it is. No, you need to show the gratitude. So you need to leave behind that energy of complacency. Okay? Now, what is entering your life? Higher power. I like that. With the Ace of Swords. Oh, you guys, this is great. The first thing I saw here is a 4, which always for me is stability, structure, strong foundation, building from the bottom up firmly, okay? Structurally sound. And it's like you're climbing up to that higher power in yourself, but you can. If you've built on a solid, firm foundation, then you can climb. You can keep building the layers and rising up. If you're thinking of it spiritually or religiously, right? You have your core solid foundation and you build from there. With the Ace of Swords, aces are new beginnings. And swords are all about having, and look, it's like the light is coming right down into her crown chakra. This is getting downloads. This is having breakthroughs. This is having mental clarity. This is having new ideas for ways to become successful. This is having new offers. It could come back to here, right? All that glitters. You could have someone that's portraying or trying to offer you something, whatever it is, but you're going to have that clarity of mind to ask and be like the Page of Pentacles, asking the right questions. Okay? And by doing that, you will build whatever this new opportunity is. And because back here we have gold pentacles, I feel like it is something to do with, it could be help bring abundance in some way for you, okay? Success at least. But again, in your life, new way of doing things as well. However it will resonate for you. Now, what is to come regarding wealth? Ooh, we have guilt. With the King of Wands. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The King of Wands is not a guilty person. I don't know if he has a guilty bone in his body. Maybe, depending on the situation. But he is a natural born leader. Look, the lion's following him. And I don't mean as in about to attack him. He's following him because he's the leader, right? Great vision, great ideas. Very passionate about things, very easily inspired. So you can see how this is all tying in. But we're talking about what is to come for wealth. I feel they want you to take on this energy because guilt, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And we were talking about soul growth here as well. But also when it comes to wealth, abundance, it's believing you deserve it and not feeling guilty about it. I had this in another reading, in another pile as well, and I think it was in this exact same spot, I believe. I don't remember what sign it was for, but I was saying, like, just because your family, friends, just other people in the world don't have what it is that you have, it doesn't mean that you are flashy about it or that you lord it over people or you do any of those things. I feel always that if you're having guilt, you're not doing any of those things, but you can't have guilt about at least having the abundance in whatever it is, because you've probably worked hard for it. Or, the God, source, universe, spirit has gifted you with it deservingly, and you shouldn't feel guilty. And what I said in that other pile is, if you are feeling guilty, then maybe you can find new, inspired, and passionate ways to help other people. Maybe you can come up with some really great, big picture thinking, vision ideas of how you could help other people if you're feeling guilty on your end. And it turns that guilt into a sense of accomplishment and being thankful for what it is that you have, rather than feeling guilty for what it is that you have. Let's go on to what is to come. Relationships. It could be any type of relationship, romantic through to personal, business, colleague. By the book with the Page of Swords. See, that Page of Swords is always looking for new ways of doing things. But I'm not going to read it that way. I'm reading this card, okay? And what do I see here? I almost feel like this Page of Swords, and every time I see this card, might be taking too much risk. Okay, she's trying to read while walking across a big drop here, I want to say, on a tightrope while holding on to balloons that aren't really balloons, but are actually glass light bulbs that could fall and break. So, and the wind's blowing. So I feel like when it comes to the relationship that maybe, take this as it resonates, you may be a bit too risky, maybe playing it a bit too aloof, maybe not being quite so serious about it, not so much by the book. Okay, see how these elephants, I love it because they're a family, and it's like they kind of, I don't know if they wrap their tail around the trunk of the other or whatever it is, or it just looks that way on the card, but they're following the leader. That doesn't mean that, you know, someone's the leader. Yes, here the King of Wands energy is the leader, right? But what I'm trying to say is no one's being repressed here. They're doing it. They're working together, right? They're working together so one doesn't get lost, so one doesn't get left behind. They do it by the book. This is the way they always travel. And here I feel like she's just too loosey-goosey with it all. She's just too... What? Yeah, like, I don't know. The tightrope, I don't know. Trying to read while doing it, the wind blowing, the glass light bulbs. I'm reading totally off this card. I feel like someone isn't quite as serious or taking things quite as serious as the other person. That's something to work on in the relationship. Maybe all that glitters, maybe someone's wearing a mask that they're too cool for school. I don't know. Gemini, I just feel like someone's not as serious as someone else. And so therefore you need to decide what to do about that. What is to come for personal growth? Adversity, being able to overcome adversity. It says, I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Learning how to deal with adversity. Okay. Because sometimes we can overcome the challenge, but we don't deal with it very well. So, Five of Wands, you know how I feel about the Five of Wands if you watch me a lot. They're the gnat, they're the mosquito, they're the bug, they're the wasp in the drink, the ant at the picnic. And that's what I feel this is. You're going to overcome whatever it is in your life that is just, picking at you, gnawing at you, just being a nuisance to you. And it is overcoming the adversity of that, but handling it in a good way. And this is going to help you grow, okay? Because when you're able to do that, you will see other things start to change in your life as well. Whoa, okay. The Queen of Pentacles come out, so I'm going to leave her here. Oh, two other cards. I'm going to get them. Okay, these two cards came out. All right, I love it. We have the Lovers. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, so there are three cards for what may clarify what's on the table, confirm, or additional advice and guidance. Again, we have Queen of Pentacles. This is what I'm going to tell you about her. Helpful. Practical, she's a provider, she's a nurturer, she's financially stable, okay? She's grounded. I feel like you need to, along with the King of Wands, I know this is very fiery and this is very grounded, but I feel together that they work well together and it will help take you out of this guilt, okay? It will also help you make a good decision up here with the Page. The Lovers. The Lovers is a choice. That's how the card originally was. It was a card of choice. And I feel here, because it's landing on the relationship cards, and up here too, you have a choice to let go of that complacency when it comes to being grateful for what and thankful for what it is that you have and what comes into your life. I also feel that you have a choice to make down here. You either start, you love the book, so you either start going by the book or you don't, right? You have a choice to make. But with the Lovers too, and the fact that the two of them are together, I feel like this can come together and work out. Maybe the player days are done. And it's time to move into the serious part of the relationship. Maybe it's time to move from dating into something more serious. And with the Hierophant, really, it's just all about learning, right? It's, I don't know, how could we say, learning to do what is best for you and your highest good. It then can be teaching others in this particular spread here, Gemini. I mean, I know you love to learn and to teach because you love to share and you love to hear other people's thoughts and ideas. So it could just be that. And it may be that this message for you right now with the Hierophant is just that. Be the teacher and the student, okay? And don't forget that in your life. So if you like this message, Gemini, please throw me that thumbs up like I've been saying. It is anonymous to give me the like, to hit that thumbs up button. If you subscribe, which I hope that you do, and join my regular viewers, hello. If you have a public channel, then I would see who you are. If you don't, and if you have a funny, name attached to your account, I'm not going to know who you are. So you can still remain anonymous. But, subscribing, interacting in any way with my account, commenting, or my channel, really helps me. So I ask that you do that very humbly, please. And if you know someone who may need to hear this message, then please share it with them. But thank you for being here, Gemini, and I will see you in your next reading.